Sofia the First, Once Upon a Princess, by Leona Meharais. Hugo and his family wanted to have a sister very much appreciated, so they all went to the village orphanage to adopt one. There they discovered a girl named Ali who was really nice and kind to others, but the other girls are always treating her badly. What will happen next? Make sure to read, vote, and follow me to know. New member. It was another beautiful day in the kingdom of Welshire. Inside the castle, King Eric made his way to his son's bedroom to wake them up. As he enters their bedroom, he opened up the curtains and said, "Wake up, boys, we have an important meeting today in the dining room." He said as he left the room. Hugo and his big brother Axel got off their beds and changed into their clothes. Once they're done changing, they both made their way to the dining room. As they were walking, Hugo asked his brother, "What do you think the meeting is all about, big bro?" He said. "I don't know, baby bro, but we'll have to find out once we get to the dining room," Axel told Hugo. 5 minutes later, the two boys made it to the dining room, where they saw their father, King Eric, and their mother, Queen Samira, waiting for them. "Sorry we're late," Hugo said as he and Axel both took a seat. "It's fine, boys, you both are just in time for the meeting," Queen Samira said. The table was silent for a moment until Axel started to talk. "So what are we going to talk about today?" he asked his parents, who looked at each other smiling. "Well, boys, me and your mother thought about getting you guys a sister," King Eric told the boys, who were surprised. "Really?" Axel and Hugo both said, smiling. "Yes, we are going to the village orphanage to adopt one," Queen Samira said, as the boys just smiled, hearing that they were going to have a stepsister. "When are we going to the orphanage, Mom?" Axel asked his mother, who smiled. "Today after breakfast," she said. Axel and Hugo are both excited. 30 minutes later, the royal family are done eating breakfast, so they all got to their coach and headed to the village. 5 minutes later, they all arrived at the orphanage. Hugo and Axel both got off their coach, excited that they both won't stop smiling. King Eric and Queen Samira both saw how excited their sons are as they all entered the orphanage. Inside the orphanage, there are not many children there. They saw only three girls doing their own stuff. While looking around, the owner of the orphanage, Miss Claire, went up to them and said, "Oh, hello, your majesties. What brings you here in the orphanage?" she said as she curtsied to the royal family. "We have come here to adopt a girl, please," Eric told the owner. "Oh, it's such an honor, King Eric," she said as she showed the royal family the children. "Here we have Chloe, Sandra, and Violet," she said, introducing them to the children. Hugo looked at the three girls and kinda noticed that they looked kinda spoiled, so he asked, "Miss Claire, are there more children here in the orphanage?" he said. "Ah, yes, we have one more girl. I think she's in her room," Mr. Claire said. Then one of the three girls blurted out, saying, "Ha, that stupid girl is always in her room. She's too scared to come out of it," she said as the trio laughed. "Violet, be quiet. Sorry about that, your majesties," she said, apologizing. "It's fine. Besides, I don't want to have a spoiled daughter," King Eric said. Miss Claire led the royal family in the girl's room. "This is her room," she told the family as she knocked on the door. "Sweetie, I have some people to introduce to you," she said. "I'm coming," the girl said as she opened the door and saw the royal family. "Your Majesty," she said as she bowed to them. "Oh, hello there, sweetheart. What's your name?" Queen Samira asked the girl, who smiled at her. "My name is Ali," the girl replied, and she turned to Miss Claire, saying, "I'll just go to the bathroom," she said as she ran out, leaving the royal family confused. "What's wrong with her?" Axel asked Miss Claire, who made a sad face. "Guess when she saw you with your parents, she fell down," she said to them. "What do you mean?" Hugo asked in confusion. Miss Claire led the family to the living room and told the royal family the girl's past. Ali was born with the nicest parents she ever had. They always spent time together as a family. But then her parent told her that they will be going somewhere, So what they did is that they asked me to take care of Ali. A year later, I was told that Ali's parents' ship sank that made her heart broken. After hearing her parents' death, she became so depressed, so she just stayed in her own room for years. The other girls are always treating her badly. I don't know what to do." Mrs. Claire just didn't continue the story as she just cried. The royal family were heartbroken hearing how much Ali has been suffering all these years since her parents died. King Eric knew what to do. Ali, please come out of the bathroom now. King Eric wants to talk to you, Miss Claire said. Ali opened the door, who looked like she cried in the bathroom for a long time. Ali went to the living room where the royal family were at. She sat down beside King Eric and he told her what he had in mind. Ali, we heard about your parents' death. Eric told her, who was shocked. She just looked down and I know to cry. But starting today, I will be your new father, he told Ali, who was just surprised to what he just said. Father, she said in confusion. Ali, the royal family wants to adopt you, Miss Claire said. Hearing this made Ali cry in happiness as he hugged King Eric tightly, saying, Thank you, she said. King Eric hugged her back, smiling. Welcome to the family, Ali, Samira told her as she hugged her. Ali was very happy that she has a new family, but she said that she will be leaving the orphanage. She turned to Miss Claire, who was in tears and couldn't resist going up to her, hugging tightly, saying, I'm going to miss you, Ali said, hugging her. Me too, Miss Claire replied as she broke the hug. I'll visit you when I have the chance, Ali told her. I know you will, Miss Claire replied. Just then King Eric interrupted with a cough. Well, I'm afraid it's time for us to go, he said. Ali waved goodbye at Miss Claire as she joined her new family. They all got into the royal coach and they drove back to the castle. I'm not ready to be a princess. As the royal family arrived at their castle, a lot of kings and queens were there to celebrate the welcoming of the new princess. As they arrived, the maids took Ali and they gave her a new dress which was red with an orange and yellow striped design in the middle. She looked amazing. When Ali got changed, she met up with her new mother, who just stared at her. Sweetie, you look amazing, Queen Samira beamed. Ali just blushed at her compliment. Queen Samira took Ali outside and met up with her new family. A lot of people cheered seeing the new member of the royal family. Just then the soldiers began blowing their trumpets, meaning it's time to give Ali the crown. The castle steward was holding a pillow with her crown. Just then two birds picked up the crown and placed it on Ali's head. She just smiled. All hail Princess Ali, the castle steward shouted. All hail Princess Ali, all the people cheered. After the ceremony, everyone went home, then the royal family went inside their castle. Ali just looked at how big her new home is. She was so distracted that she bumped into the castle steward. Oh, hello, who might you be? Ali asked. King Eric and Queen Samira saw this and helped her out. Ali, this is the castle steward, Benedict. He always makes sure that everything is going smoothly, Eric told Ali, who understands. Benedict, would you take Ali to her new bedroom, please, if you don't mind? Eric told the steward. Of course, your majesty, the steward replied. Follow me, Princess Ali, he said as he led Ali to her bedroom. Hugo and Axel both returned to their bedroom. 5 minutes later, they arrived at her bedroom, who was just beside Axel and Hugo's room. Here we are, your majesty, your bedroom, he told Ali as he opened the door, revealing Ali's new bedroom. Ali was speechless as she looked around. Here we have your bed, your closet, your play area, your reading area, and your balcony, the steward said, showing Ali the bedroom. I'll leave you alone, your majesty. If you need anything, just pull this rope and help is on its way, he said as he left her alone. As he left Ali alone, she just looked around her room, feeling uncomfortable as she started singing. Everything seems crazy big, now I'm feeling unsteady. They said I'll be just fine, but I don't think I'm ready. New school, new friends, new family, and a ball where they want me to dance. I'm just a girl from a small, small town. In this world I don't stand a chance. I'm not ready to be a princess. I don't have what it takes. I'm too short for gowns, I look bad in crowns. Then gonna make a bajillion mistakes. I'm too average to be a princess. I respectfully refuse. I don't know the rules, I don't want the jewels. And these feet were made for comfortable shoes. Shelves bursting with trinkets that I'm afraid to touch. Fancy toys and ginormous pillows. It's all much too much, too much. I'm not ready to be a princess. One look and that seems clear. Cancel my debut, keep your royal crew. And if I ever find my parents' room, I'm out of here. Ali, not a noble name. Ali, will this still be the same? I'm not ready to be a princess. As she finished singing, she just sat on the bench in the hallways. Just then a door opened, revealing Queen Samira, who saw Ali sitting looking uneasy. Ali, she said, looking at Ali, who got startled, but she ran up to her mother, hugging her. Oh, Mom, she said as she just hugged her mother tightly. Do you want to talk about it? Samira asked her, who just nodded. She took Ali in her room and sat on the couch. Are you okay, sweetie? Samira questioned her new daughter. Not really, Ali replied with a sigh. Why not? Samira asked. Everything is just so big and fancy, and I'm feeling uncomfortable about it. I'm not even sure if I'm ready to be a princess yet. Ali told her mother as she took off her crown and placed it in at the side. Samira wanted to make Ali feel better. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it, she said, putting back the crown in Ali's head and holding her hands. Ali just smiled. Just then King Eric heard their conversation and said, starting at your first day at Royal Prep tomorrow, he added. Ali just sighed hearing what her parents just said. Just then the castle steward broke the silence as he entered the room. Excuse me, your majesties, it's time for dinner, he told them. They all got up and went to the dining room to eat dinner. Ali wasn't sure if she would fit in, but she has to try it anyway. After eating breakfast, they went back to their rooms. Of course, Hugo and Axel accompanied Ellie to her room. Once she entered her room, she changed to her nightgown and crawled into her bed. She was not sure if she would fit in a royal school. Royal Prep. The next day, Ali was still sleeping in her room. Suddenly, a maid entered and tried to wake her up. Miss, wake up, it's time for school, she said. Ali woke up and let out a yawn, and she said, Good morning, she told the maid as she got off her bed. Indeed, a little stretching. What would you like to wear today? The maid asked. I want to wear the dress I wore yesterday, Ali told the maid, who went to the closet to get her dress. Here you go, princess, she said, handing the dress to Ali. Thank you, Ali thanked the maid as she changed. After changing, she got out of her room and met up with her brothers. Good morning, Axel, Hugo, she said, greeting her brothers. Good morning, little sis, Axel smiled. Axel said. Good morning, Hugo added. The three royals made their way to the dining room. Hugo broke the silence. So, Ellie, are you ready for your first day at Royal Prep? He asked his little sister. Not really. I don't know if I will fit into a royal school, she said. I know you'll fit in, little sis. Besides, there is also a girl who is also not born royal like you. Axel told her, who was surprised to what he just said. There's also a girl not born royal, she asked. Who is she? She added. You'll just have to wait and see, Hugo told her as they all continued walking to the dining room. 5 minutes later, the trio made it to the dining room. They all sat next to each other as the castle staff placed their food on the table. Is my daughter ready for her first day in her new school? King Eric questioned Ellie, who just smiled and said, Well, I guess I'm ready, she said as she started eating her breakfast. 10 minutes later, they all finished eating their breakfast. The castle staff gave them their school bags as the castle steward led them outside. There the trio got into their flying coach. Bye, kids, King Eric said as he waved at them. Have a great day, you three, Queen Samira added. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad, the trio chorused as the flying coach took off. Chorused. Yeah. Alice Ellie saw the great view of the castle from above. I can't wait to see what it's like to be in a school for royals, she told her brothers. You're going to have a great time, little sis. I know it, Hugo said. Thanks for the support, she said. Well, I'm your big brother. I will always support my little sister, Hugo told her as she just smiled. It didn't take long as they arrived at Royal Prep. Ellie saw how big the school is. She got down from her couch. A mysterious voice caught her attention. Princess Ali, she heard as she looked around where the voice is coming from. Up here, dear, she heard as she looked up, revealing three fairies. Welcome to the Royal Preparatory Academy. I'm Fauna, this here is Fauna, and this is Meriwether, she said, introducing themselves to Ali. We are the headmistresses of Royal Prep, Meriwether beamed. We are so excited you're here. We're always looking for a few good princesses, Fauna told her. That's great, because I need to learn how to act like one by Friday. Ali told them, who were surprised as they led her to the entrance. I believe it will take a little longer than a few days to learn how to be a princess. You see, Miss Flora said as she began to sing, when someone new enrolls here at good old Royal Prep, they're at that great beginning, they're taking that first step. Your lesson will commence here, once you pass through this door, so why not come and join us and see what lies in store? You learn the art of manners, of royal protocol, and went to bow and curtsy for functions big and small. You'll read books of fact and fiction, of poetry and prose. You learn to give a royal speech well perfectly composed at a royal prep. Step by step, you'll gain wisdom and pep. So heed the call, can be all you can be. Every task, every test, just give it your best, and we'll do the rest. You'll see. And don't forget our motto, to which you will be true. Rule over others as you have them rule over you. You're taking your first step at Royal Prep. We'll explore enchanted objects, creature every charm, so spells of evil magic will never do you harm. In arts and crafts you'll draw and paint and or maybe work with wood. Learn to fence as well as dance, for footwork works are good. At Royal Prep, step by step, you'll gain wisdom and pep, so heed the call, can be all you can be. Every task, every test, just give it your best, and we'll do the rest, you'll see. And don't forget our motto, to which you will be true. Rule over others as you have them rule over you. Royal all the way at good old RPA. Step by step with wisdom, grace and pep at Royal Prep. Now come along, dear. It's time for your first class. Flora said as she led Ali to her first class. Class, we have a new student, Flora announced as the student began to greet her politely. Good morning. Ali tried to curtsy, but it caused all her books to fall. Oops, sorry about that. Ali apologized, trying to grab her books, but some princess came to help her. 1 hour later, it's break time. All of the students rushed to the playground to play. Ali went outside and saw his brother Hugo with his friends and couldn't resist going up to him. Hi Hugo, who are your friends? Ali asked his brother. Oh yes, Ali, this is Prince James of Enchantia, he said, introducing his friend. Hi, he waved at her, smiling. And this is Princess Sofia of Enchantia, Hugo said. Hi there, Sofia waved at her. I heard you're from the village orphanage, Sofia told Ali. Yes, that's me, Ali said, smiling at her. It's okay, I was also born in the village with my mom before she married King Roland, Sofia told Ali, who was surprised. Oh, really? Ali asked. Yep, Sofia replied. Throughout the day, Ali made 2 new friends from Enchantia. Well, now I have to start worrying about the ball this Friday, he said, looking down. I don't even know how to waltz, she added. Well, that's all right, because we're here to help you, James told her. Really, you really mean it? Ali asked. Of course, me and James will come over to your castle later after school, so that way we can teach you how to dance, Sofia said. That made Ali very happy. Thanks, Sky, I really appreciate it, she said. James blushed at her comment. Sofia noticed this and just smirked at her brother. Just then the school bell rang, meaning it's time for their next class. Hey Liz, is want to go to our next class together? Hugo asked her. Sure, I'll see you both later. She waved at the benches and rolled as she and Hugo went to their next class. James just stared at her. Sofia went to her brother and teased him. Looks like someone has a crush on the new princess, she whispered to James' ear. She snapped out to what his little sister just said. Shut up, Soph, he said as he just went inside to the school blushing, leaving his sister behind, who was giggling as she went inside. Helping hand. School has just ended and all the kids went to their flying coaches. Hugo and Ali saw their flying coach and went to it and got on. From afar, James saw Ali getting on her flying coach and took off. He just stared at it. Seeing this made his sister suspicious. James, are you okay? You've been looking at Ali since her second class, Amber said, but James didn't hear what his twin just said. He just stared at Hugo and Ali's coach flying away. He's probably always looking at her. Probably because he likes her, Sofia told Amber, who just smirked. James heard what his sister just said and snapped out. I don't have a crush on Ali, Sofia, James groaned and just looked away, blushing, making his sisters laugh. Meanwhile, at Wellshire Castle, Ali was with Hugo playing with their puppy, Winter, in the garden until the castle steward went to them. Your Majesty. Princess Sofia and Prince James are here, the steward said. Thanks, Benedict, Hugo and Ali chorused as they both went to greet their friends. Ali saw Sofia and James and couldn't resist going to them. Hey guys, she waved at them. Hi Ali, James waved at her, who just smiled, making him blush a little. So, when are we going to start practicing? Sophia asked. Right now, Ali replied. Okay then, let's go to the dance room. Hugo said as he and Ali lead Sophia and James to the dance room. 10 minutes later, the four royals arrived at the dance room, which was big enough for them to practice. Well then, let's get started, Sophia said. Let's do it by partners, she said as she ran and took Hugo's hand, who blushed at the sudden action, meaning their partners. James saw that Sophia and Hugo were partners, so that means it looks like you and I are partners, James, Harry said, smiling. Yeah, of course, James blushed as he glared at Sophia, who just smirked at him. He took the dance lesson for about 2 hours as the royals stopped to take a break. Hey sis, it looks like you're getting the hang of it already, Hugo told his sister. Yeah, I didn't know waltzing would be hard. I kept stepping on James' foot, she told him as she looked at James. Sorry, she whispered to him. It's fine, James smiled. Just then Benedict entered the room, which made everyone startled. Princess Sofia and Prince James, your coach is here to take you home, the steward said as he left the room. Well, it looks like it's time for us to go, James said. I had fun today, he added. Same here. Thanks again for helping me know how to dance, you guys, Alice said, thanking the two Enchantian royals. No problem. If someone is in trouble, we're here to help, Sophia said. Ali and Hugo led their friends outside the castle where their coach is waiting. See you at your ball tomorrow, Ali. I'm already looking forward to it, Sophia told Ali, who smiled. Me too, Ali replied. Sofia and James both got into their coach and waved to the two Welshire royals as they took off. Well, I'm starving, Hugo said as he held his stomach. Me too, Ali replied. Come on, let's get some food in the kitchen, she added as she and Hugo went back inside the castle. Meanwhile, in Chelsea, Sofia and Hugo just arrived at the castle. Well, that was a fun dance lesson, James said as he stretched his arms out. It is, Sofia replied as they both went inside the castle. Back at Welshire Castle, Ali went to the ballroom when she saw a lot of the castle staffs and maids running around with stuff for the ball. King Eric saw his daughter and couldn't resist going to her. Well, honey, what do you think? He asked his daughter. It's looking pretty good, she told her father as she looked up, seeing the fancy chandelier attached to the ceiling. I can't believe that there will be a ball just for me, Ali said. Well, it is considered as your welcome party, he told her. By the way, how was your dance lesson with the Enchantian royals? Garrick asked. It turned out great, Dad, Ali replied. I'm already looking forward to my ball tomorrow, she added. Me too, Garrick replied. King Eric and Ali both went to the dining room for dinner. Right after, the royal family went to their rooms for bed. In Alice's room, she was dancing around her room except for for her ball tomorrow. She changed into her nightgown and crawled into her bed. The ball. Today's the day, and Ali was still sleeping peacefully in her room until, rise and shine, someone shouted it because Ali too fell out of bed, and she got up and saw her whole family smiling. Good morning, everyone, Ali said as she sat on her bed. Today's the day, little sis, Axel beamed. We know that, Axel, Samira said, looking at Axel, who just smiled. Me too, I can't believe it. A village girl who became a princess overnight, Ali thought of it. Well, now that you're up, it's time for you to get dressed, Garrick said. We'll meet you at breakfast, he added as he and the rest of the family left Ali in her room to change. 10 minutes later, Ali made it to the dining room and sat next to her mother. The castle staff placed their food on the table and left. 10 minutes later, the royal family finished eating. I'll just go to my room to pick what dress I will wear for the ball. Will you help me, Mom? She asked her mother, who nodded. Me and Axel will help in decorating the ballroom, Hugo said as he took Axel's hand and dragged him to the ballroom. I think I'll also help in the decorating, Eric told them as he catch up with his two sons. Samira and Ali went to her bedroom to pick out what dress to wear. How about this one? Samira asked, showing a puffy dress. Too puffy, Ali replied as they kept looking for the perfect dress. This one? Samira showed the mermaid-style dress. Ali looked at the dress and shook her head, meaning she doesn't want to wear it. Just then she saw a beautiful sea blue colored gown and showed it to her mother. Kinda like this one, Mom, she told her mother. Samira saw the dress and just admired how beautiful the dress looked. It's beautiful, you're wearing that today, she beamed. Of course I am, Ali replied. The day was moving so quickly that it was time for the ball. A lot of kings and queens from other kingdoms went to the ball. Soon, some of them are already inside the ballroom. Just around the corner, Hugo saw the Enchanted Royals and couldn't resist going up to them. "Hey guys," he said, waving at the three royals. "Hey Hugo, how's the party going up?" Amber asked. "It's going great," Hugo replied. Garrick met up with King Roland and Queen Miranda. "Oh, Garrick, I can't wait to meet your new kid," Miranda beamed. "Me too." "Me too," Roland added. "I'm glad to hear it," Garrick said. Just then trumpets began to play. Then the steward began to speak. "Everyone, let us all welcome Princess Ali of Welshire," he said as Ali showed up at the stairs wearing her sea blue gown. Everyone stared at how beautiful the new princess looked. Ali curtsied as she made her way down the stairs to meet up with her new family. Right after that, it's time for them to dance. King Garrick led his new daughter to the center of the ballroom as they both bowed down to each other. The musicians started to play. King Eric took Alice's hands as they began to waltz around the ballroom. As they were dancing, King Garrick accidentally stepped on Alice's foot, who winced. "Ouch," she said. "Sorry, honey, I'm quite not a good dancer myself," King Garrick said as they still continued to dance. "I'm impressed, you're such a good dancer," he told Ali. "Well, I had a little help from my friend," she said as she looked at Sofia and James smiled at her. Just then, Axel and Hugo went to their mom and asked, "Mom, would you like to dance?" Axel asked, "Of course, sweetheart." Samira agreed as she took both her sons to the dance floor and began dancing. They danced until Garrick and Samira both bumped into each other. The whole royal family all held hands as they continued dancing around the ballroom. It was a wonderful night. An orphan girl who became a princess and had a new family. She also made new friends in her new school. Princess Ali learned a lesson. When you're having a hard time trying something new, it's best to ask for help for you to be successful.